What's up? Tell the people who we got here with us today.
So we here with a very special. Well, I'm introducing somebody. We here with Jay.
I know that's right. Get used to being in the hot seat, man. Get used to being the one introduced. So tell the people who Jay is behind the music.
Jay behind the music. Jay behind the music is very similar to the music. Like you gonna have that one line here and there that's just gonna throw everybody off. That's gonna be like whoa, or you gonna have like a real charismatic, real down to earth, just straight to the point. A lot of times too. So yeah.
Yeah. Would you say who you are outside, like in your personal life, reflects in your music?
Oh, 100%. But like I would say like I've gotten better at that within the last year or two. Cause like I think before the last couple of years, like a lot of my more like vulnerable music or a lot of my more honest music, I want to drop it. Like I would just keep it for myself in a sense. So I feel like I've gotten better at not only just being more honest in my music, but also putting it out and actually using it as marketing to make people interested in the music.
Well, I know you just recently dropped the Lifestyle and Parade on Tara Boulevard. What energy was you creating when you recorded that? And what do you represent for what do they represent for where you are right now as an artist?
So what Lifestyle and Parade on Terror kind of represent is this summer I really wanted to get back to like rapping and being a little more like up tempo. Cause like I feel like last year was kind of like a breakthrough year for me as far as like figuring out what works, which is like heavily making them songs for the women, but also still having like my introspective stuff as well. But like even before that, like my audience is mostly a male audience in a sense. And it's like I don't want to alienate my male audience too much in a sense. So it's like I still want to come back with like a more so up tempo rap, like chill, swag type record. So
Which one would you say you're more comfortable with? Like that's the one you gravitate towards the most?
I say it's the easiest to rap about love. And it don't necessarily gotta be a person, but like just something I love. Like it can be something I'm passionate about. It can be a person. It can be like situationships, like anything that I'm currently living on some introspective type of time. And like I'll say those are the easiest. Right?
Yeah. I hear you bring up situationships a lot. What does situationships do for you in your life? Like what does that mean to you, a situationship?
Situationships, they kind of add like the plot.
Doing shit for the plot.
The plot. They add a mystery. Like you never know what's gonna happen next. So it's just like it just kind of adds an excitement of like, okay, I don't know what's about to happen next, and I don't know what's about to make out of this. But like at the end of the day, I do know I rock with this person. I just don't know where it's gonna go after that.
So do you think you're in love with like a chase, a thrill, like being spontaneous? Is that like what situationships represent for you?
Yeah, I do love a little bit of a thrill. Like it just keeps life interesting.
Outside of situationships, what keeps your life interesting?
What keeps my life interesting outside of situationships, I definitely say traveling, like being able to see the world. Like I draw a lot of inspiration from that because like having that change of scenery, I feel like it do something to the mind. Like it makes your neurons or whatever you want to call them, like it makes them move a little bit differently in the mind. So I feel like traveling definitely helps out. I say nature helps out too. Like just being in nature, being in like that feminine energy of Mother Nature, like it really gives me like that inspo as well. And then also just being around people you love. I feel like that is probably the biggest thing that brings excitement because it's just like ain't nothing like hanging out with your friends. Like y'all might go out, y'all might do this activity, y'all might make music, whatever y'all do, but like spending quality time with your friends, I feel like that brings a lot of excitement as well.
Who are the people in your life right now that you could say like they're in your close circle and you love them and they support you? Like those are the ones that keep you going.
I would say like the immediate people that come to mind is the people I live with. So like Drake, TL, and the reason, like I would say they come to mind the most quickest because like I live with them, so it's like I don't got no choice but to see them every day or every other day and be like, oh, so what happened this week? Yada yada yada. So I say immediately those two.
It's almost like a family. How did you all get to the point to where y'all live together now?
It was kind of one of those things where it's like we was all looking to move. Like Rize was looking to come back to Atlanta. Dre was looking to move as well, but also like stay cost effective. And then I was also looking to move into the city while also staying cost effective. So
how do y'all coexist? Like, I know all of y'all make music and stuff like that. So how do you all coexist and support each other without ego and pride and stuff getting in the way? Because, you know, most people who do the same things, it end up being like some secret animosity or competition. How do y'all maintain like a healthy relationship?
I think we maintain that by just like the core values being built on wanting to see each other win and just love. Like, I feel like, especially like in a brotherly type of way, like just wanting to see your people win. You're gonna have disagreements, you're not gonna see eye to eye on different things. Communication styles might be different, like a lot of those things will be different, but as long as like the foundation of the intention of I want you to win, you want me to win, I feel like as long as that's there and that's like being reminded enough, I feel like at that point, that's gonna triumph everything.
So with living in Atlanta, how do you remain like true to yourself? I know you got your support, your friends and your family and stuff like that, but when you don't have a crowd or people around you, what are the ways that you remind yourself of who you are in the midst of like this lifestyle, being a rapper and meeting so many different people and energies?
I say going back to my other home, which is in St. Croix, to like visit my grandparents. Like when my grandma be cooking 2 times a day, and I might be eating like some saltfish or like some red snapper or like some whatever she be cooking. She be cooking a lot, but eating that whole
Island boy, tell people about the islands and how you tie it into like your music and stuff nowadays.
Honestly, I'm still trying to figure that out. Cause like I dropped like island type records before, but I also didn't grow up there, so I kind of have a little bit of like imposter syndrome of like I should be doing this or I shouldn't be doing this in a sense like that. So like I say with that process, I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, when the two cultures mix, it's hard. It's no picking. You're a mix.
Yeah.
So you, like finding that balance is kind of.
It's hard.
Do you have other people like from the islands in Atlanta that help you stay close to your roots?
Yeah. So like I would say like in college, I started meeting like a lot of people from the VI, and like they kind of give me a different perspective because like when I go down there, like I really just be with my family for real. Like I don't be just out and about like that because they be a little. So talking to people like that from there that maybe just came up here to go to college, like it's refreshing because I get like a Gen Z perspective of like down here.
Yeah. Speaking of college, you were just last year you were living on camp, and now this year you're not. Mm-hmm. And also you said last year you were more so in like the Loverboy tempo versus now you're in a upbeat tempo. Mm-hmm. So talk about the correlation to that, like who you were on campus versus who you are outside of campus. Talk about the dynamic as a whole.
That's a really good question. So I feel like who I am didn't really change as much. I feel like it's more so like, I feel like the last 2 years has been like just a lot of data analysis. Like, why is this working? Why is this not working? Why do people respond this way to this and why do people not respond that way to that? So I feel like the main difference was really just being away from a consistent community. Cause like when I moved up to Kennesaw 4 years ago to go to KSU, I like really built a really, really strong community there. Like I got communities in multiple places, multiple schools, but like it was strongest up there. So like being able to just pop up on campus at any given moment, and not being able to do that no more. Like I can still pop up over there, but it's like it's a little dry. So it's just like I feel like that part is different. And then also like when there's events and stuff on campus, that's what I was really using to like really gain a support system. Like it might be different organizations, they might be having a fashion show. Oh, can you do this fashion show in 2 weeks? Yada yada yada. We're gonna have 300 people there. Yeah. Like
speaking of that, like how do you determine what events you do go to and what events you like, nah, I'm gonna sit this one out, it don't align with my brand?
It's mostly depending on the curator and the audience. The curator in the sense of like, okay, are you organized? Like, what's your background like? Like, do you really want to do events for real? Like, cause it's a lot that go wrong with events. It's a lot of stuff that can be unorganized. The sound system, like, it's so much that can go wrong. So like, what's your experience in that? It depends on that, and then it also depends on the audience. So like, something like an open mic automatically gonna have a great audience. Like, I'm automatically gonna connect.
I was just about to bring up, because I hear about poetry on Peter Street a lot, and I know they had like an open mic style setup and a great curator. So how does that relate to you choosing an open mic setup versus a live show setup?
Like, when you say a live show, you mean like?
Because I know you're basically like a favorite over at Poetry on Peter Street. So which one do you lean more towards and why? And does Poetry on Peter Street play a role in that open mic?
I'll say like with a live show, like let's say I'm doing a J Activist show, everybody's gonna be there for me.
Yeah.
And whoever I got open it up. So I feel like nothing's gonna top that. Like, that's just like, that's top of the top peak.
Did like your best audiences come from them type of shows?
Like a Poetry on Peter?
No, the J Activist.
Oh yeah, because it's like at that point everybody in the audience, like, they know my words, they probably more than likely gonna buy merch. Like, they already the ultimate supporters, but now you in a community full of other people that support the same person. So it's like, I don't know, it's a different type of support now. We're like something like a Poetry on Peter. That's how I build the community to come to a J Activist show. It's through something like that. So I feel like stuff like a Poetry on Peter, like those open mic type settings, they're really, really good for growing the community, being in the community, being like, one of the faces of like, oh yeah, I know you from there. Because like, one thing about Poetry on Peter, it's a very strong brand. Like, that's what separates it from like a lot of people just doing open mics and stuff like that. They have a very strong brand. Like POP, their band is gonna be amazing every time they have it every other Monday. The event is gonna be organized. The sound system is gonna be good. Like, you're gonna be able to hear the poets or the singers or the rappers. Like, it's a certain expectation that they built and a reputation that they built as well.
Yeah. So through these shows, who are some like key people that you built, networks and connections with that help you get to the point that you're at right now in your career? Oops, a little call. We not clipping nothing out. This is real raw, uncut. Y'all, J Activist phone be blowing up.
And I ain't even have my phone on silent. My phone normally be on silent too.
Tell her, shawty, we'll call her back. But yeah. You think, speaking of, let's just go ahead and just flip this, let's just change the entire direction. Let's get a little spicy. Do you think relationships are a distraction when you're working on your career, or do you think it adds to it?
I ain't gonna lie, I've been rapping about that a lot lately. I've been rapping about that a lot, like, cause I be so conflicted. I be conflicted because it's like, I feel like a relationship can ultimately like propel you to like take you to the top, because it's like you have, of course, depending on who it is. If I get in a relationship, it's gotta be a support thing both ways. Like, I'm supporting you heavy, you supporting me heavy, but like you have that one person in your corner that's gonna really like overly support you, overly push you, make sure you're on your shit. But then it's also like I'm conflicted too, because it's like let's say it's a situation where you have a large audience that might be like, in the back of their minds, they might think they got a chance with you, or like they might initially rock with you because like you're attractive to them. But if like you're in a relationship, I don't know, it might like complicate that a little bit. Like they may not be as quick as to support or whatever, just because it's like they feel like they won't ever have a chance. But I don't know, like I be thinking about that a lot, like what would really make sense.
The contradictory of it all.
Yeah.
Is it hard for you to stay focused with like, your audience being, female based?
I feel like if anything, it makes it easier to stay focused. Because it's like, I've gotten out of the mind state of, well, I don't even know if I was ever really in that mind state maybe since like high school, but like, I'm never in the mind state of like chasing or seeking out. Like, I'm never really looking like, let me go get her, let me go get her. Like, I kind of just let things flow and kind of let things just kind of come and go. So it's like, it's with that like type of mentality, it's easy to just stay locked in and stay focused. Like, of course, things gonna come up, but nothing is ever gonna fully derail me. I feel like, if anything, like, our relationship could potentially do that, but I feel like anything below that is not really gonna have much of an effect.
Yeah. So it sounds like you just go with the flow type shit. Real quick, don't overthink it. You just gotta pick one.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Situationship or relationship? You thinking too hard. You thinking too hard. We're gonna try this again.
Okay.
I'm not cutting this out.
Okay.
Situationship or relationship?
Relationship.
Situationship or relationship?
Relationship.
You didn't say that with confidence, but okay. Toxic love or boring love?
Toxic love.
Spin the block or leave it where it's at?
Spin the block every time.
Where? We gonna go back to it. What's worse, bad communication or effort?
Bad communication.
Oh, I tripped. Bad communication or no effort?
Bad communication for sure, because at least you communicated about not having effort.
That part. Have you ever listened to your own heartbreak song and got mad all over again?
Yes.
One thing that women misunderstand about men.
I think one thing that's misunderstood is a lot of things just be black and white for us.
It just is what it is.
Yeah, a lot of things really be that simple. It don't be, what's wrong with this or what's wrong with this, or it really just be a simple answer sometimes.
Okay, what's one thing men misunderstand about women?
That like, when y'all
When we what? When
y'all have like, when y'all are like indecisive or like y'all might feel one way this way and then the next day y'all feel a complete different way, that's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just how y'all are wired. And I feel like if anything, that should be more embraced. Like, this is how y'all are. Like, approach it more with like, aw, like this is adorable. Like, you changed your mind 5 times in 3 days, rather than being like, why she keep changing her mind? And like, nah, like that's how y'all are wired. So it's just like,
Yeah, because I feel like men's supposed to lead. Like, our brains literally turn off when we around y'all. Y'all gotta make the decisions.
Exactly. Like, as long as I'm firm on my decision, she gonna go back and forth, and I'm like, that's cool, but I said this is what it is, and this is what it is.
That part. Okay. Couple more questions in the hot seat. Last 3. Is loyalty more important than love?
Yes.
Can an artist be in a healthy relationship and still make great pain music?
No.
Open mic or a showcase?
Open mic in a heartbeat.
All right. So let's go back to some of these questions.
Oh, wow.
Let's just go to number 1.
Oh, goodness.
I asked you situationship or relationship, and you ain't sound too confident in relationship. Are you torn?
A little bit.
Why?
Cause like I say, of course relationships are, I feel like relationships require a certain level of like maturity and communication and stuff like that. Like situationships are, for lack of a better term, easy. So I feel like the easy thing would just be, a situationship is no hard commitment, is no yada yada yada.
Type shit. So let's skip to number 3. I said spin a block or leave it where it's at. You said spin a block in a heartbeat. Who block are you trying to spin?
So the only reason I say spin the block, cause like I feel like at the end of the day, we young, and as long as that person didn't do anything that like they can't come back from with you, like they didn't do no crazy fouls, they didn't disrespect you in no crazy way, why not spin the block? We young.
I feel that. So, number 5, I said, have you ever listened to your own heartbreak song and got mad all over again? You said yes. What's the song, what's the lyric, and why did you get mad all over again?
So the song is not out and it'll never come out.
Why? Why you hiding this from us?
Cause like I've only ever gotten like my heart broke like one time, and I had to vent about it, obviously in the music, but like that's not for anybody to hear.
Why it's not? It's you, right?
Yeah, I mean it's me, but it's like I don't know. Like it just I would have to reapproach it creatively.
Yeah, you might have to give the people what they want to see after this.
I don't know if I could go back to that mindset though, because I'm like grown from it was like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah. Is the girl like still like in your life? Do she see what you're doing? She don't support nothing you got going on?
Like when I say that was a heartbreak, that was a heartbreak. That was a hard like you go that way, I go this way.
Oh, so that's the block you will never spin.
Like I'm talking about like I opened up her close friends, and mind you, this the day after we stopped talking. I opened up her close friends, and she has her hand on the nigga's head with waves, and like the song playing to swap a nigga out by Summer Walker. I almost threw up. I dead ass almost threw up.
I want to show you so bad.
Like I got nauseous.
She made your head hurt.
I almost threw up. Like literally, I'm not even exaggerating when I say it.
So let's talk about it, because growing up, people used to say a female heartbreak will never compare to a male heartbreak. Like when y'all get a heartbreak, it's worse than a female. Do you believe in that? You think that's true?
I feel like it's even. I feel like everybody different. Like some people are naturally more emotional than others. So it's like just like some males are more emotional than some women, and vice versa. So I feel like I can't really put a blanket statement that women are more emotional with heartbreaks than men, and vice versa.
Thanks. Aside from all the relationship talk, let's get back to the nitty gritty of it all, like the music, J Activist, what you got coming up, like what's something you want to tell your fans and your audience about like your upcoming projects and where you at right now as an artist?
So where I'm at right now as an artist is definitely like for the summertime, I really just want to get back on like my barred up like up tempo type of raps that like I kind of originally started on, and I feel like even with the 2-pack that I just put out, like the Lifestyle and Parade on Terror, I feel like that's like a call back. So like the South Side and really kind of just coming back to that. Like even though I've been gone so long, it's still like okay, this is where I grew up at. This is my influence and stuff like that. So
yeah. Talk more about the South Side of Atlanta compared to other parts of Atlanta and how it has a significant effect on you.
I feel like, especially like people on the South Side, just be the coolest people. Like they just be so down to earth. They be so like, they just be chill. Like they just go with the flow. Like they don't overthink everything. Like they really just the best kinds of people, honestly. Yeah, like that's all I really got to say about it.
Okay, cool. Do you have any like last words or messages for your fans? Anything positive, anything inspirational or advice?
I say if you really want to do something, you gotta put the 10,000 hours in. Like it don't matter what it is. Like, and a lot of times you may not see the 10,000 hours in certain things, but like there's a 10,000 hours there. Like music is an obvious 10,000 hours, but that one really like 50,000 hours. Because you gotta put 10,000 in marketing, 10,000 in recording, 10,000 in performing, 10,000 in networking. Like you gotta put 50,000 in music. Music is a whole different thing, but like something like basketball.
You gotta work.
You gotta work. You gotta really put in that work. If you wanna be a billionaire, you're gonna have to put in 10,000 hours of meetings, 10,000 hours of maybe being a CEO of a smaller business until you can get to that bigger business. Like you gotta put in 10,000 hours no matter what direction you going if you want to be like a master at something or elite at something. So I would just say like don't overlook the work, even though the work may not be obvious, you still gotta do the work.
That part. Okay, before we close out, you want to tell the people any upcoming shows you got coming up, any new releases they could be expecting, anything?
So May 9th, I'm headlining, I'm one of the headliners for the Sweet Auburn Fest. It's a Saturday, Mother's Day weekend. And then just stay tuned for more music throughout the summertime.
people where they can follow you at.
So, hopefully by the time this comes out, my Instagram is that.
Oh, damn, forgot all about that.
But y'all can follow me everywhere at J.
That's it, J Activist. Anything else you want to talk about?
There was a couple questions on there that I did want to touch, but I forgot what they
Do you want to give the people a look? You want to reiterate one of your songs for us? Like, what's one lyric that just come to your mind almost every day from you?
Slap past 10, call the Uber driver. Then I go in like a scuba diver. You can bring your friend, your crew invited. You can bring your friend, your crew invited.
I know that's right. So when in your creative process, what comes first for you? Is it the beat, the hook, or the story?
It's gonna be between the beat and the hook. I always try to get the hook first. So like, even if I gotta like loop 8 bars of like the section of the beat where the hook is, and I gotta do 10 different takes to find the best like catchiest melodies. Cause like the hook is like the most important part of the song to me, cause that's the part that like brings people in. So I'll probably say the hook.
It sounds like a lot. So, what song in your catalog challenged you the most, emotionally or creatively?
So to answer both of those in one, I would say Lose You Again with Khalil Lyric. I say that one challenged me the most because it's like, that's the most I've ever stacked vocals on a record. Like on some heavy R&B shit, like I was really stacking a lot of vocals and I was doing a lot of like, I was committed to singing. I feel like a lot of times in my music, I kind of sing a little bit, but I don't fully commit to it. I feel like that's how I fully committed to it. Like it took like 12, 13 versions to get to the end of it. So
Sometimes you gotta, perfect it before you put it out. Quality over quantity.
definitely.
So, speaking of quality over quantity, what are some things artists today are doing right now that the previous generation you feel like didn't?
I'm trying to stay outside of the obvious one because
No, let's take the obvious.
the obvious was social media. Artists today are having to be more than just artists. You gotta be a content creator. You gotta be a digital marketer. You gotta be an influencer to an extent. Like there's a lot of things you gotta do outside of making music and performing that like artists previously didn't even have to think about. So
Yeah. Some would actually say that because of social media, it makes it easier for the newer artists. And it's crazy how you just, gave a perspective of how that's totally opposite.
Well, I would say it makes it easier for, let's say you got 20 people. It don't matter the talent level of those 20 people. It don't matter like their background or none of that. Out of those 20 people, if you took 20 people in 2026 versus 20 people in 2005, out of the 20 people in 2005, only the talented, like you gotta have certain things to break in 2005. In 2026, out of those 20 people, any one of the 20 people can break. So that means you could have the makings of a superstar from 2005, but if you missing that social media marketing side, one of them other people that don't got half the talent you got gonna outwork you and get to the top quicker.
Right. So speaking of other talents and artists, what artists made you take music seriously and think, okay, yeah, I can do this?
What artists make me take music seriously? This might sound cliche, but I would probably say the big three.
The big three?
Yeah.
Name
Kendrick,
them.
Cole, and Drake.
Kendrick, Cole, and Drake. Why would you call them the big three? Didn't you say fuck the big three, nigga, it's just big me?
They're the only ones that came out in the 2010s that for one, like there was a designated, like somebody passed them the torch. Like Lil Wayne passed Drake the torch. Jay-Z passed J. Cole the torch. And Dr. Dre and them passed Kendrick the torch. They all got passed the torch, so it's like, that's one factor. And then from the 2010s, they the only three that's still at the top of the game. When I say at the top of the game, that don't necessarily mean you hear their name over every week or every other day. But like, one of them drop an album, they selling 250 plus first week. Or like, if one of them about to drop some music, the world stopped. Like for a second. So it's just like one of them things, like you can't count on three hands how many rappers can do arena tour.
Right.
Where you selling 50,000 plus tickets for city, like most.
Yeah, that's definitely inspiring for sure.
Yeah.
So out of those three, if you could lock in with any artist for a collab right now, would they be included in that, or who would it be? Why?
If it was out of them three, I'd say Drake easily. Just cause like Drake, I feel like we could make the best record. Like I feel like we'll make the best. I feel like we'll make the strongest record because like Drake's production never misses, and then it's just yeah. Like I feel like we'll just make the best record. I feel like it'll be the most at least for where I'm at in my artistry right now. Now if it was somebody outside the big three, I would probably say yeah, I'll probably go Future or Smino.
Type thing. So speaking of open mics again, what's the difference between winning over a random open mic crowd versus a showcase crowd?
I feel like an open mic crowd, at least for me, my type of people gonna be in an open mic crowd. Like an open mic crowd gonna have people there for a million different reasons, which more of those reasons probably align with why I'm there. So like from being able to connect with them, like it's very easy to connect with people from an open mic crowd. So I'll take those in a heartbeat. Now as far as the showcase, 9 times out of 10, the audience in the showcase is just there to see the person they came here for. So like you might got 30, 40 artists performing and all of them bring 1 or 2 people, so it might look like a crowd for a second, but as soon as they people gone, it's kinda like they really in and out for real. So like at least for me, showcases are they're kinda useless. Not useless, but unless you like really got a really strong PR strategy, they're not really great for converting for like that specific reason.
Yeah. It seemed like you know a lot of background information on music. Because I know you're still in school. What's your major?
So when I was going to Kennesaw, it was media and entertainment with a minor in music business. But when I transferred, they didn't have all that, so it's just business. No.
Rolling. And it's a wrap.